Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Azharia binti Wahid. My introduction about background of study. This research focus on the impact of the job performance. Research is an objective and systematic scientific inquiry or investigation into a specific problem that need a solution. The aim of this study seeks to investigate the effects of recognition, wage and career rewards toward job performance among the students of Institute of Continuing Education and Professional Studies in UiTM. Problem statement. The problem that this study addressed, many companies are facing intensive challenge in improving the employee job satisfaction as well job performance to make organization successful. Research objective. Generally, this research is trying to form the study's main objective to examine the job performance among ISEP students. Specifically, the research is aimed as per showing at the slide. Research question. Based on the research objective above, research questions are formulated as follows. RQ1, what are the factors that affect job performance among the employees? RQ2, does recognition influence job performance? RQ3, is there a relationship between wage and job performance? RQ4, does career reward influence job performance? And RQ5, which variable recognition, wage and career rewards most influence job performance?
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurfara Iziani binti Amran and I will be explaining on Chapter 1, Significance of Study. The following discussion outlines the contribution this study can make in the area of organizations, employees and also the society. So the contribution to the organization is crucial as it may help the organization to develop new competencies and ideas as they emerge in the market. Contributions to the employees is important as it is meant for motivation of the employees. And last but not least, the contribution to the society, it is important as when it is led by positive and forward thinking, they can concentrate on enhancing professional performance. Limitation of study. We have 6 points for limitations of study. Number 1 is the issues with research samples and selection as we only choose ISEP students. Number 2, insufficient sample size for statistical measurements. Number 3, lack of previous research studies on the topic. Number 4, methods, instrument, techniques used to collect the data. Number 5, limited access to the data. And also number 6 is time constraint. Last but not least on Chapter 1, definition of terms. The following terms are defined in accordance with this study. Number 1 is the recognition. The recognition is one of the job satisfaction, which is a very important concept in human resource management. Number 2, wages. It is one of the important factors paid much attention in many organizations as it is important to attract and retain qualified human resource. And number 3, career reward. This compensation is always related to the quantity, quality, and usefulness of services the employees dedicate to the company where they work. And that is all for Chapter 1.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to my respected lecturer, Dr. Razilah binti Abdul Aziz, and all my beloved classmates. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Mat Said from class MGT648A Group 3. Today, I would like to share what is literature review in research methodology. A literature review is the writing process of summarizing, treating and measuring the words found as a result of a literature search. It may be used as the background for a primary research project. The purpose of literature review is to collect relevant, timely research on your chosen topic and fuse it into a unified summary existing knowledge in the field. This then prepares you for making your own argument on that topic or for conducting your own original research. So, for our group research proposal, in the Chapter 2, there we have several things or subtopics under literature review. As for my part, I will explain two methods like the definition and some review for our independent and independent variables. This variable was based on our conceptual framework used for this proposal. The first is about job performance. According to the article journal written by Harrison Kell and Stephen Motovildo, they say that a definition of job performance should account for variance brought on by variation in selection program attributes, involvement in training and development programs, and exposure to motivational intervention and practices. Another that offering a reward in response to a performance, such as finishing a work or achieving a goal, is known as a recognition. It may be financial, as in the case of cash prizes, or non-financial, as in the case of verbal or written compliments or expression of gratitude. Managers should continually employ recognition program in the workplace as a motivation tool, as indicated by Brun and Douglas in their article journal titled An Analysis of Employee Recognition. Then, according to Regulating Non-Financial Reporting article by Muhammad Arif, he said that all payments made to workers as payment for their labor are considered to be forms of compensation. Employees may also get financial payments in exchange for their labor on behalf of the firm. The issue and the different features it involves, such as benefits, pay increases, compensation structure, and compensation scale, are all included in the case. For the last part of the definition in our literature review for proposal, it is about career reward. In a calculated move, a good compensation system may also be used to retain talented individuals, so they may seek competitive advantage as well as to recruit qualified individuals to accomplish organizational objectives. A badly managed reward system, on the other hand, may favor ineffective behavior and likely result in employee irritation, as mentioned Faiza Abdi in his article titled Reward System and Performance of Employees in Commercial Bank. Okay, that's all for my part. I will pass the rest of literature review part to Azira Amira. Thank you for your attention.
In theoretical framework, we have identified one dependent variable and three independent variables. The dependent variable is job performance, and while independent variable is compensation, leadership, and job satisfaction. In conceptual framework, we have evaluated further with compensation. That is one of the independent variable from theoretical framework. Then we have identified the IV, which are recognition, wages, and career reward that relates to the dependent variable, which is job performance. From this framework, we have evaluated the relationship between IV and DV. From the hypothesis showed, we have evaluated and identified the hypothesis from research objective and research question. There are three. First hypothesis is there is relationship between recognition and job performance. Second hypothesis is there is relationship between wages and job performance. And the third hypothesis is there is relationship between career reward and job performance. Okay, underpinning theory, we have decided to apply expectancy theory of reward that is closely related to the study. As you can see from the table, effort goes to performance and goes to rewards. First, effort, will my effort lead to the high performance? And to performance, will performance lead to outcomes? And for the reward, do I find the outcomes desirable? So here are the three elements that hinge in the expectancy theory, such as expectancy, X instrumentality, X balance. Okay, in expectancy, if an employee puts in the effort, they expect a certain result. If they do not get the result, they will not be motivated to make the effort again, and so will not be satisfied with the outcome. Besides, it is the belief that increased effort put into a task will result in the desired outcome. This may influence the individual's confidence and the perceived difficulty of the desired goal. And the second one is instrumentality. It's connected with the process of rewarding for desired performance outcome. Thus, individuals are motivated to perform work that would provide greater reward after successful accomplishment. It is the belief that they will be rewarded if they meet the goal expectation. The instrumentality element at work is the belief that the reward depends on each person's job performance and effort. And the third one is valence. Valence is the expected value someone places on the outcome and not the actual satisfaction that they feel after achieving the goal. It is how an individual values the reward. It is how important the reward is to them. This is typically depends on the employee's individual needs, goals, preferences, experience, and the background.
Forward to Chapter 3, Research Methodology. The research design for this study is use a descriptive research as the purpose of the study, and the type of investigation is correlational. Descriptive studies are based on some previous nature understanding of the research problem. In this case, it is done to get the information on the relationship between compensation and job performance of the sample population. On the other hand, correlational is used to study the association of each variable in compensation and job performance. Next, the population for this study was among all students from Institute of Continuing Education and Professionals ISAP. The sampling frame for this study will be obtained from Hal Ehwal Belajar UiTM Puncak Alam. Based on the information obtained, the population is 3,500. As suggested by Craigsey and Morgan, 1970, the sample size need for the study is 346 since the population is 3,500. The sampling technique for this study will be non-probability sampling, that is a convenience method. For this study, the population of Institute Continuing Education and Professionals ISAP UiTM Puncak Alam was selected because the researchers are among the ISAP students. The survey was blasted through Facebook page and WhatsApp. Since this is a part of learning for the research method course, the course lecturer had granted a sample of 100 students from ISAP's UiTM Puncak Alam as adequate to generalize the result.
Unit of analysis. The unit of analysis for this study is individual, where is among ISAP student. ISAP student has been involved in this study. Instrument. A questionnaire for a survey was distributed, consists of 5 parts that label as Section A, demographic, Section B, C, and D is independent variables, where Section B is recognition, Section C is wages, Section D is career reward, while Section E is dependent variable, which is job performance. Validity. Questionnaire is designed for a case study that analyzes the effects of recognition, wages, and career reward towards job performance. A case study among the students of Institute of Continuing Education and Professional Study ISAP UiTM can be assessed as valid questions because each question may seem be addressing specific and relevant aspects. Data collection procedure. The data is collected using questionnaire and distributed to the respondent by using Google Form. Then the Google Form is distributed to the ISAP student by using social media such as WhatsApp and Facebook group E-PJJ Student UiTM. This is one of easiest and fastest techniques to collect data among ISAP students. Plan of data analysis. To achieve of the objective of the research, there were 3 phases of data analysis included, which is, at first phase, we do data cleaning, wherein unnecessary data is removed from a database. There are numerous opportunities for information to be mislabeled or repeated when combining various data sources. Then, second phase, determination of goodness fit of data. This first is measure how well data obtained matches a dispersion from group with a standard deviation. And the third phase, descriptive analysis, where mean, median, and mode, which are employed at practically all levels of arithmetic and statistics.
My name is Muhammad Hishamuddin bin Osmin. So in chapter 4, we will be discussing the demographic factors of the respondents for this study and also assessing the normality of the data. So in the first table, which is in gender, it actually shows that 46.2% of the respondents are male, while 53.8% of the respondents are female. In total, we have 104 respondents for this research. So in the next table, you can see that in the age, it actually shown that 7.7% of the respondents are within the range of 21 to 25 years old. Then it is followed by 45.2% of them are within the range of 26 to 30 years old, while another 27.9% are from 31 to 40 years old, and finally 19.2% of the respondents are from 41 years old and above. Next, we will go to the marital status of the respondents. So in our findings, our respondents' marital status shown that 31.7% are still single, and while 68.3% are already married. Next, in the experience table, it is shown that our respondents experience that 2.9% have the experience of 6 months to 1 year, and 26.9% have the experience within 2 to 5 years, which is followed by 36.5% have the experience of 6 to 10 years. Another 11.5% have the experience ranging from 11 to 15 years, and finally 22.1% have the experience of 16 years and above. Next will be, as you can see in the salary table, it actually shown that 12.5% have actually received salary within range of 1,500 ringgit to 2,000 ringgit, which it is followed by 25% have received salary of 2,000 ringgit to 2,500 ringgit. Another 11.5% have the salary within the range of 2,500 to 3,000 ringgit. 17.3% have the salary of 3,000 ringgit to 3,500 ringgit. And finally, another 33.7% actually receive a salary of 3,000 ringgit and above. Next, we'll be talking about assessing normality of the data. So, as you can see in the table, we can assume that the data is normal, which is why it is shown that our significance level is greater than 0.05. So, for example, if the significance level is not normal, the data needs to be lower than 0.05, then it can be considered as not normal. So that will be all from me. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afzal Arif bin Mazlan. I will explain to you regarding the reliability. First, we need to know what is Cronbach alpha and internal consistency. There is a 6 category of internal consistency, which is excellent, good, acceptable, questionable, poor, and unacceptable. Okay, based on our research on the reliability statistic, it is shown the Cronbach alpha for our research is 0.837, which is in the categories of the internal consistency. The research is under the acceptables. Okay, if the result for the Cronbach alpha is above than acceptables for internal consistency, it is mean the research is good and no need other previous research to support or defend the research. Okay, and then we go to the correlations. Okay, the value of the recognitions, okay, is 0.717, which means is high positive relationship between recognition and also the job performance. And then for the value of wages, it is 0.367, which means it's low positive relationship between the wages and also the job performance. Lastly, for the career reward value is 0.511. It is under category a moderate positive relationship between the career reward and also the job performance. Okay, for the regression, okay, the largest beta coefficient is recognition. For the beta value is 2.028, which means 202.8% explain to the various of job performance. This conclude the recognition makes the strongest contribution to explaining the job performance when the various explained by all others variables in the model is controlled for. This is followed by the career reward, where 81.6% explain to the various of job performance. Next is wages. The beta value is negative 0.752, explained for 75.2% to various of job performance. The result despite that all the independent variables made a unique and statistically significant contribute to the prediction of job performance. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Recommendation for future researchers. Future researcher can expand this study by to all the students who are work while studying at every university in Peninsular and East Malaysia. Besides that, another recommendation is to broaden the target audience to include masters, PhD and foreign students who are employed while attending Malaysian universities. This is due to the target group job performance influencing factor sharing similarities with the ISEP students' experiences. Additionally, it is recommended to use other sampling techniques such as cluster sampling, which separate the population into internally heterogeneous subgroups. Each component is chosen separately, but some are chosen at random for additional research. In order to obtain additional information from the respondents, future researchers are advised to add more questionnaire or utilize different tools for data collections. Lastly, it is advised to use alternative theories such as Herzberg two-factor theory or the contingency theory of action and job performance.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zainul Abidin bin Zainuddin and I am the last presenter. In conclusion, we have a total of 104 respondents for this research, which includes ISEP students in UiTM Puncak Alam and working individuals in Klang Valley. Referring to our data, the record number of highest respondents are within the range of 21st to 25 years old. The main purpose of this research being conducted is to investigate the effects of recognition, wages and career rewards towards job performance. From this research, recognition makes the strongest contribution to explaining the job performance. Contribution towards society, organisation and students are clear, where we are able to spread awareness about the effects of recognition, wages and career rewards towards job performance among our respondents, which they are event where they can discuss the common issues at large. Next, we are able to promote a healthy working environment when there is high awareness on the issues that they are currently facing. Promoting a healthy environment helps people function more quickly and inspires them to perform better in life. Lastly, from this research, we are also able to contribute in the characteristics of employee development towards an organization where our findings really shows the importance of recognition towards an employee. we can prove that recognition does affect the job performance of the employee in an organization. That's all from our group. Thank you.